today's class we're focusing on the third chakra. This is a good one for you, Lottie, training to be a nutritionist, because this chakra is all about the digestion and how we digest, and it's called Manipura, and it sits just above the navel. So it sits kind of like, some people say around the navel and just above the navel, and it corresponds to the digestion, the pancreas, all the digestive organs, and it's the center, it's known as like the center of vitality and energy. So the element for this chakra is fire. And the kind of key essences about this chakra are really self-confidence, courage, clarity, being able to make decisions, really. And the colour for this chakra is yellow. So let's start with an essential oil. And we are going to do some kind of detoxifying breaths today. I'm going to just bring my camera down so you can see my belly. Now, if you've got your period on day 1 to 3, or for any reason you don't like these kind of powerful breathing, then you can just work with a deep breath. Listen to your body, okay? But the idea is that we're stoking that fire in the body to really kind of get that energy going for the day. So let's start. So I'm using cheer. It's nice if you've got anything yellow, if you've got lemon oil. Cheer is a kind of a citrusy blend, anything like that, then it's a good one for this chakra. And let's take a breath. Just arriving. Maybe today as we practice you can visualize the fire as we get it going. And then bring your hands together, get a little bit of energy in your hands, get some heat in your hands, and then just bring your hands down on your belly just for a second, just to feel in solar plexus just above the navel. And then we're gonna come into this little breathing practice called Kapalabhati that you might need some paper for, okay? So the breathing practice that we did last week was an even out and a back. That was that one. Where it's a bit sort of slower, but it's even, bellows breath. And today's breath is a little bit different. It's known as skull shining breath, and it's a passive inhale and a more pronounced exhale. Okay, and this, again, little things might pop out of your nose, but it's all good. It needs to come out, okay? So you may want to have the hands on the belly to feel this, and it can take a little while to get used to. Just do what you can and just have a little sort of feel of it. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate it to you, and we're really working this kind of upper part of the belly more, this kind of the digestion, okay? And you may have done this before. We're going to do it a few times today during the practice, okay? So we inhale to start. We exhale, clear it out. And I'll just demonstrate a few. So my belly, as I breathe out, my belly's going back, okay? So the belly's going back, yeah? So have a little go, just have a feel, and it's quite hard. Sometimes people put the belly out when they're breathing out, but really you want the belly to go back so that we're toning the belly, okay? So let's just do 5 together. Take an inhale, exhale, here we go. Okay, hopefully you've got the hang of it. You may need to blow your nose, I do. Okay, all good. Right, now we're gonna do 2 pumps of 10. But when we finish, at the end, we're gonna hold the breath and engage that gentle root lock to draw the energy up, okay? Here we go, take an inhale. Exhale, clear it out. Visualize that fire, here we go. Sit nice and tall so the energy can flow. 5 more. Three, 2, 1. Inhale, again, lifting the pelvic floor, drawing the energy up, all the way up to the spine. Retain, hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale, last round. Inhale. Exhale. We start after this exhale. Here we go. Three, two, and one. Inhale, hold the breath. Gently lift the pelvic floor, retain at the top. 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale. And let's come to all fours. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Extend the right leg. Hip bones parallel, draw navel to spine, and then extend the left arm. Trying to balance here. Engaging through the core. As you exhale, draw your elbow towards your knee and arch the spine. Try and find your balance. If it's too much, just work with the leg. Inhale, extend. Exhale, gather in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, gather in. Inhale, extend. Beautiful. Exhale, gather in. Inhale, extend, holding here, back of the neck long, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Place your hand down, change legs. Inhale, arm and leg. Hold here, find that stability through your core muscles. Inhale, draw navel to spine, exhale. Elbow to knee, a little arching the spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, gather in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, gather in. Inhale, hold here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Beautiful. Coming to all fours, tuck your toes and lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. From here, take a little pedal out of the feet. Just releasing into the hamstrings. So twisty core is the theme of today. And then feet in alignment to hips. You're going to bend your knees and come onto the outside edge of the right foot, inside of left. So you're taking a little twist and then bending the knees a little bit more. And then coming all the way to the other side, a little twist. Keep going with this. 3 more. Beautiful, little twist. So both knees at the same time, Andrea. So look at my knees. Hang on, so it's like a... So my right foot and my left are like this. That's it. And then other side. Beautiful. Last one. Take a little breath here. Straighten your legs. Exhale. And then step your feet to the front of your mat. And let your hands release down. Let your hands release down so your hands touch the floor. And bring your left hand over onto the right ankle. And then take your right arm up to the sky. Stretch up, lift up. And then bring your right hand down to catch the left ankle. And take the left hand up to the sky. One more time. Bring the left hand across. Take it onto the right ankle. And take the right arm up. And then change sides. Beautiful. Let the hands drop down. Take an inhale, taking your hands up over your head. Interlace your hands, stretch up. Stretch over to the right side and then over to the left side. And then bring your hands to your heart. Step towards the front of your mat. Spread the toes, lift through the arches of the feet. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. We're going to take a couple of sun salutations to get the heat going in the body. Exhale, fold forward. Don't know where my music's gone. Inhale, halfway lift, draw navel, find that little engagement of the pelvic floor. And then release your hands coming into plank pose. Take a little moment in plank. Drop your knees. Drop your chest. Inhale, find your sphinx or your cobra. Try not to tense the bum too much, but press into the legs and feet. Exhale, release down. Press back. Take one little breath in child's pose. And then curling up to all fours, finding downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths in downward facing dog. And at the bottom of your next exhale, I'm not sure where my music's gone. Step your feet to the front of your mat. Here we go. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold in. And again, inhale, root to rise, bring your hands up over your head. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Inviting in the sun, the fire of Manipura. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the floor as you come down. Step back to plank pose. Take a little moment here, connecting into the fire of the belly, draw navel to spine. Drop your knees, keep the upper arms hugging into the ribs. Exhale, release down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Just press back for 1 breath. Inhale, curling up to all fours. Press your hips up to the sky. Find downward facing dog. Bring the left foot across to the middle of the mat and take your right leg up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, thigh to belly, stack shoulders over wrists. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, plant your right foot in between your hands. Back foot pivots down, warrior 1. Heel to arch alignment. Bring the hands up, press the palms. Inhale. Exhale, hook the left elbow over the right knee. Press the palms and twist towards the right side. Keep pressing down into the back foot. 1 more breath. Looking good. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step back to plank pose. Take a moment here, draw navel to spine. Drop your knees, drop your torso. Inhale, cobra, sphinx, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, press down. Press back to all fours, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Exhale. Right foot across to the middle of the mat, left foot lifts, inhale. Exhale, draw thigh to belly, stack shoulders over wrists. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, plant the left foot in between your hands. Press down, back foot coming up. Warrior 1. Inhale, hands up to sky. Press palms. Exhale, hooking the right elbow over the knee. Pressing here, twisting, getting into the digestion, firing it up for the day. 1 more breath. Beautiful. On your next inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step back to plank pose. Hold plank pose. Drop your knees. Drop your torso. Inhale into your cobra. Exhale, release down, tuck toes, press back for 1 breath. Whee. Inhale, come up to all fours, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take an inhale here and an exhale. Step your left foot across to the middle of the mat. Take your right leg up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, plant your right foot in between your hands. Come onto the toe of the back foot, high lunge. From here, bring your hands to your heart and start to twist towards the right side. So you can keep the hands pressed here or take the arms wide so you're coming into a little twisty pose. Twisting towards the right. To make this harder, you can come onto the tiptoe of the front foot, but don't fall over. And then coming back to the center, press the palms. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Option to take a little back bend if that feels sweet. Exhale, release the hands down either side of the front foot. Step back to plank pose. Draw navel to spine, hold for a breath. Drop your knees, drop your torso. Inhale, cobra, sphinx, opening up through the spine. Exhale, release down. Press back, tuck toes. 1 little breath here, just for some space. Inhale, curling up, tucking toes, downward facing dog. This time, bring your right foot across to the middle of the mat. Lift your left leg. Inhale. Exhale, plant the left leg in between your hands. Root to rise, coming up. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist towards the left side. So you're on the toes of the back foot. The back heel is off the floor. And then extend the arms. Wah! If you want to make it harder, come onto the tiptoe of that front foot to challenge yourself or not. Beautiful. Come back to the center. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale. Frame the front foot. Step back to plank pose. Take a little breath here. Option to drop this right leg and come over into a supported side plank, or option to challenge yourself and see if you can come into a full plank. See what you're feeling in your shoulders, in your body. We're getting the fire of the digestion going. One more breath. Wah. Come back to plank. And again, change sides. So you can drop the left knee and take your plank here. Or you can come into full side plank, depending on how your shoulders feel. Just for one more breath. And then bring that left hand down. Drop your knees. Float down to the torso. Inhale, Cobra Sphinx. Exhale, rolling back to all fours. Tucking your toes. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Exhale. And we're going to step the feet to the front of the mat. And this time, step the feet to the front of the mat, but bring the inner arches of the feet together. So the legs are squeezed in together, okay, like this, okay? And then from here, you're going to bend your knees. I'll show you like this. So it's like you're sitting in a chair, and then swing your arms up. So my legs are squeezing together, so I'm engaging my pelvic floor, and my legs are coming up. My arms are coming up. And just see how this feels for your body, coming down a little bit and going up. So you're drawing the navel to the spine. You may be higher in your chair, or you may be a little bit lower. Draw the bones in the bum back, draw the navel in, and then come all the way up to standing. Take a breath. And we're going to do that breathing practice that we did at the start, Kapalabhati, that detoxifying fire breath, okay? So choose where you want to go with this, higher or a little bit lower. Draw the navel in and find that little bit of an engagement of the pelvic floor. So it's a passive inhale and a more pronounced exhale. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. 10 pumps. Three, excuse me, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come all the way up to the standing. It always makes me need to blow my nose, which is good because it means that we're cleansing. One more time. Come down to wherever you feel. Take an inhale. Exhale, clear it out. 10 pumps. We're really moving the belly. 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way up. And then we're going to step the left foot back. Not so wide as warrior, a little bit less wide, and turn the back toes in slightly. And then from here, your hips are going to face the short edge of the mat, okay? You're going to take your hands up to the sky, press the palms, inhale, and then exhale. This left arm is going to come down on the outside edge of the right leg. So it might be the thigh, it might be the shin, it might be the floor or the ankle. And then the right arm is going to extend to the side or all the way up to the ceiling. Okay, so see how you're feeling with this. If it's too strong, come higher up the leg. Beautiful. Twisted triangle. One more breath. Beautiful. And then bring your hand down. Inhale, bring your hands up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands down. So the hands can either come on the thighs, on the shin, or on the floor. And you're going to walk the hands forward slightly and lift up the back leg. Just lift up the back leg. It might be a little way, it might be a little bit higher. See how your body feels. Take an exhale, melt the body forward over that front leg. And then bring your left foot to meet your right. Take your hands onto your elbows. Have a little swing out here before we do the other side. And then root to rise, coming all the way up. And then we're going to do the other side, last standing pose. So this time, your right leg comes back and your left leg is forward. You're not super wide with this though. Inhale, take the hands up to the sky. Exhale. This time your right hand comes down somewhere on the outside edge of the left leg. Just wherever you feel. Try and lengthen through the spine. And the left arm comes up and you're looking towards that left hand. Try and be stable. One more breath. Twisting. Really gets into the Manipura. Beautiful. Root to rise. Inhale, coming all the way up. Take your hands up over your head. Exhale, bring your hands down. Either both hands to the thigh or both hands to the shin. And this is a beautiful place to stay. Or bring the hands down to the floor or onto blocks. Walk the hands forward and lift the back leg. Maybe just a little bit or maybe a little bit more. See where you're at. One breath. Exhale. And then release down. Hold on to the elbows. Take a little moment here. And we're going to start to come down to the floor. So if you know that you've got any knee issues or any stability issues, you can just come down onto the floor. I'm going to have a little play with coming onto our tiptoes. Okay, so bring your hands to your heart. I'm coming up on my tippy toes. And then I'm going to start to bend my knees and see if I can find my balance to come down slowly, stabilizing my core. If this doesn't feel right for your knees, for your body, then please don't do it. I'm up on my toes with my hands together at my heart. And then from here, I'm going to extend my arms and I'm going to come back. Straight back. And we're going to come into some core work today. Okay, so options here. If your core is very weak, you can work with the hands down like this, okay? You can work like this. Or you can hold on to the legs, which makes it a little bit easier. So let's start by holding on to the legs. Okay, so hold on to the legs, point the toes, roll the shoulders back, and just find that stability here first of all. And then we're going to start to move the legs out and back, okay? Just see how this is feeling for your body. You may want to stay with this holding on version. Okay, 2 more. Beautiful. And then option to release one hand. Make sure your bum feels comfortable. To release one hand and then release the other hand. See how this feels. Find that little engagement, drawing navel to spine, palms facing up. And then we're going to start to move the right leg and then the left leg. But again, if you need to bring the hands somewhere to support, then do. Manipura is really about core strengthening, confidence. 3, 2, doing well. 1, then bring both knees into the belly, bring the shins over each other, lengthen up through the spine. And then we're going to go again. So again, you may want to hold on to the legs here so you've got some support as you release forward and back. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, then you can bring your hands to your heart and start to release down and then coming up, okay? But listen to your body and how you feel today. Okay, so we're going to do 7 more of these. So listen, if you need to rest, do. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, I can feel my belly going, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back, bringing your shins over each other, having a stretch, sitting nice and tall. Lovely. Okay, so once again, we're going to come into our boat pose. You can take this option, or release the hands. Roll the shoulders back. Hold here. Option to straighten the legs if that feels good for your body, but it might be too strong for the low back. So listen, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in towards you. Have a little hug from here. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring the legs onto the floor. Just seeing the best way to show this. So my right leg is coming over my left leg. And we're going to come into a twisty pose in some way. You can be in cross legs here. So bring your hand around to the right side, the same side as the upper leg. Take the left arm up to the sky, inhale, and then bring that left elbow over the knee. Lift up so the spine is long, and then twist towards the right side. So twisty poses, core poses, we're really getting into the digestion. 2 breaths here. One more. And then come back to the center. It's said that these poses fire up the metabolism by stoking that digestive fire. Other side, inhale, stretch up. And then bring the left hand by the side of the body, take the right arm up. And then hook it over the knee. If this doesn't feel right, just hug that leg. And then just find a little twist. Maybe you want to twist more, maybe you want to stay here. See how your body, your belly's feeling. 2 more breaths. Final breath. Beautiful. Come back to the center. And then let's extend the right leg. So we're going to extend the right leg. And then bring the left leg over the top of the right leg. Okay? Beautiful. So bringing that left leg over the top. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. And then exhale, fold forward. So the leg is kind of pushing into the belly a little bit. And bring your hands down to the ankle or to the foot. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, fold forward. And then root to rise, coming all the way up, changing sides. So the right leg comes over, just kind of getting into the belly a little bit more. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands down to the floor or walk them down to the foot. Find a little stretch in the left thigh. Exhale. Last breath. And then coming all the way up, we're going to lie on our backs. Just do one more little bit of core. So you're going to lie on your backs. Make sure that your low back feels comfortable. And then take the legs up to the sky. And we're just going to lift up the hips here. So our hands come down, our toes are pointed, and we're really activating the lower belly. So we just come up and then down again. Okay, so this can just be like a little pelvic tilt, or you can lift the hips up. Okay, so just see what you're feeling. We're going to do this 10 times. 10, 9, so you're just activating the low belly. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bring the knees into the belly. Hug the knees into the belly. And then drop the knees over to the left, both knees. Take your arms wide and take your gaze to the right. Belly twist. So this is a good way to soothe the belly. Let the shoulders drop down. Let the arms release. Starting to relax the body. And then change sides, bring the knees all the way across to the other side. Take your gaze to the left. Let the shoulders release, let the spine release. Chathara Pavariti, belly twist. And then coming back to the center, extending your legs, palms facing up. Just take 5 breaths here. Just allowing the body to absorb. Final breath. And then finding a stretch in any way that you want to stretch. Bring your knees into your belly, take a little rock. And making your way up to seated. Just taking a moment to slow down and call into the breath, and then we're just going to finish with the bija mantra for this chakra. So again, maybe you just want to put your hands on your belly, connecting to your Manipura, and we're just going to chant Ram, R-A-M, which is the bija mantra for this chakra 3 times. Here we go. Ram, Ram, Namaste. Thank you, thank you.